Hat man, hat man, hat man. Da, 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 da. Well, you know who it is. It's your man Drew Red. Hat man. Some people may not like it, but I do. So that's why I wear it. Anyhow, today I like to talk about the representation or the misrepresentation of black men in the entertainment field. I was just watching a Tyler Perry series. And I remember I was watching another Tyler Perry series. Want to support, but I'm beginning to really loathe the representation of the black man on TV. Not saying that everything has to be serious and everything has to... I'm not saying that. I want an appropriate level of the right representation. Now, if you take a look through film history, blacks didn't always get a fair shake. A lot of times they had to shuck and jive. They had to play the roles of the only jobs that they could get anyway. So it really wasn't much of a stretch for blacks to be able to relate. We live in a different time now. We live in an era where blacks are succeeding at all-time high. But considering there wasn't much from the beginning, we'll just take that with a grain of salt. Now, back to this misrepresentation. There aren't enough black men on TV who exude the confidence, the intelligence, just the true nature of the average black man. Some, for those of us that know a lot of black men, we know that there are some that are above and some that are not above. But to be subjective with that's any race. But every other race gets to show that on TV. So for those people who aren't around black people, that is the representation that they have to go from. That is what they know about black people. They're either buffoons, criminals, just plain old stupid. Come on. There has to be better roles. Now, understand, for the actors out there, that's their bread and butter. I understand that. But we as the public, we as the consumer, we have to ask for better so that they will produce better. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it right now, it's kind of coming to me that maybe this is why I had a book that I planned on writing. I have the ideas, I have the storyline, I have the characters, I have all that. But it's not the proper representation of black men in this book. So that book will not be written until I can come up with the proper representation in a book or two before putting that book together. I'm not going to write a book. I won't even write it. I could write it, but I don't even want to go that far with it. That's how adamant I am about this. So for those that think that I'm over the top or, this guy here with this, I want you to pay attention on TV and the movies. I want you to count the black men. Then I want you to give me the percentage of black men that have those characteristics that are positive. Now, I was watching, The Crimson Cure. Shout out to The Crimson Cure. And she was talking about, Oprah's representation of the black men in The Color Purple. Look at every man in that movie. Box office smash. There were so many. Was Spike Lee's movies a box office smash like The Color Purple? And the depth of Spike Lee's movies were so much more when you took a look into what those movies were saying. They didn't reach The Color Purple level. And you know why that is. Because it is common, it is acceptable, and it is the norm, basically, for black men to be represented a certain way. They're going to sprinkle in a few here and there, but overall, if you don't toe that line, if you don't wear that dress, if you don't act like a clown. Now, if you're a comedian, totally different story. That's your bread and butter, comedy, make people laugh. But I'm talking about the buffoonery that just comes along with black men on TV that could give our youth something to look forward to being. If you want our black youth who do watch TV, who do watch movies, and all you give them are criminals and clowns following the crowd, you're going to put that on the parents. You're going to put that on the parents. But in today's age, even years ago, influence goes deeper than the household. The only way you can keep your kids from not being influenced is if you take them off the grid. And if you take them off the grid, social skills start to lack. So why not, since you want people to be social, you want them to be consumers, you want them to be part of society, how about give everybody a fair representation? Maybe it's just me. That's my phrase, right? Maybe it's just me. But I'm hoping it's not. And I'm hoping that we can find a way to make this thing happen. Oh, yeah, and we shall. But it's going to take more than just me to be fed up with it. As a group, when you hit them pockets, when you stop being a loyal consumer, they'll want to know why, and they'll change it. But until then, it's going to be a lot of the same. But like I said, just keep your eye on it. Pay attention to it. When you come back, leave me a message in the comment section. Let me know what you think. I'm always want to see what other people think. But this is what's going on up here right now. This is what I think. Anyhow, you all have a good one. And I'll be talking to you soon. And oh yeah, funky uncles are coming back. I have other funky uncles that are on their way. So y'all stay tuned. All right. Peace.